Hi, I'm Mrs. Dunn. I'm going to be your instructor for finite math this semester. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through the course homepage and talk to you about how to navigate our course. So here I am on the course homepage. This is where you'll be when you first log into the site. So you click on this course home if you ever want to get back to here. So when you're on the course homepage, a couple of things I want to point out. Um, so it's going to show the calendar for the next 2 weeks. Now, our class doesn't start till June 8th, so there aren't any assignments posted on here. All it shows is that I posted an announcement on this date, and you could click on it to see the announcement. If you want to see the next couple weeks, you can click on these arrows, and here you will see when assignments are due. So June 14th is when some assignments are due, but I want to warn you, there's actually assignments due earlier than that. I believe one of the assignments is due on June 10th. So what I want to caution you about is this calendar is only going to show you online assignments. So for example, homework and tests. It's not going to show you the assignments that are due that are like discussion posts. So you want to be careful. Don't rely on this calendar to know what is due every week. I will send you emails and I will show you how to find that information in your syllabus, but don't rely on this calendar. Also, you can see the announcements. Now, this announcement isn't showing because I'm in the 2 weeks. Remember, I posted that announcement earlier. So if I want to see the announcement, it's here. I can extend it so you can see the whole entire announcement. And this is similar to what I emailed you. So those will be posted there as well. But I also email every announcement. So that's what you're going to see on the course homepage. The next link on the left side in the menu bar is the syllabus. So here you can find all the information you should need to know about the course. So the general information, when the course starts, when it ends, any drop dates, information about me, how to get in contact with me when I'm available for office hours or conference hours. You can look, hopefully you've reading through this syllabus. I'm not going to go through it with you, but you can see the grading scheme on here. And what I really want to show you is a couple things towards the end. So right here, you're going to see the course schedule. So this is where you're going to see what those due dates are. So like I had mentioned earlier, you have a due date earlier in that first week of classes. June 10th is when you have to make sure you post your first discussion post. So you can go through here every week, week 1 through week 8. All of the due dates are listed in this deadline column. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. If you're ever wondering what is due, refer to your syllabus. The other thing I want to show you is this last page. I want everyone to fill out this statement of understanding. You can print it out, you can fill it out by hand, take a picture of it with your phone and email it to me, whatever works for you. Don't fret over what it looks like. Take a picture of it and send it to me in any way, and I'm totally fine with that. But make sure that you get this to me by the deadline. Okay. The next thing on the left side, by the way, if we want to get back to home, we press Course Home, and that takes us back to our home page. The next item is the assignments and tests. This is the tab you're going to click on if you ever want to, when you want to do your homework or take quizzes or take tests. So every single assignment in the course is open right now. So you can move at a really rapid pace if that works for you. If you want to stick to the deadlines that I've laid out, that's fine too. But I encourage you to work ahead when you have the time. So everything is listed here. You'll notice anything that is required has a due date. The study plans for the chapter tests are not required unless you want a third attempt. Notice you can take the homework, you can do the homework as often as you want, but the quizzes and this quiz you can do as often as you want. But the tests, you get 3 attempts, and those are tied to your scores on your homework and your score on the study plan. So that's where you're going to click on the assignments and tests. On the menu item on the left, the next menu item is discussion page. This is where you're going to post all your discussions. This first room, that's that Math Commons. I encourage you to use that to communicate with your peers in any way you want. And then when you click on Welcome and Introduction, that's the first discussion post that is due. So I'd encourage you to read through that and answer those questions, and then monitor the discussion board and respond to your classmates. The muddiest points, these are due every chapter. You can see those here. And so anyway, this is where you're going to post your discussions. To see what your grade is in the class, you're going to click on Gradebook. I encourage you to click on this Show Calculation because it will outline exactly what score you have in each one of these categories. This is another important link on the left, Mrs. Dunn's YouTube lessons. This is where all of the screencasts I've created for every chapter, and they are listed by chapter, are listed here. So you can just click on these and go right into any one of the lessons. They're also embedded into the assignments, but you can find them here after you're done with the assignments. I encourage you to watch this first screencast before you do the first homework assignment so you know how to ask me for help when you're doing the homework. The next link on the left is the midterm and final exam resources page. So on this page, there are sublinks. So you can see the practice midterm, and so there's the midterm and then the answers, and then there's a practice final, and then a link for the answers. And there also is a link to all the reflection surveys. There are 2 that are required, one after you take the midterm and one after you take the final exam. So the link is also here for that. I'm going to go back to the main menu because we went into the sub-menu for the midterm and final exam resources. The next link is chapter contents. This is a way to access your actual textbook. So when you go to do the assignments for chapter 1, I encourage you to click on this chapter 1. Click on chapter opener. Sometimes it takes a little while. And once it loads, you can actually read your textbook right here. I encourage you not to spend the money on a physical textbook. And just use this resource because this is exactly what your textbook would look like. So you can look through this, read through examples, work out problems, etc. Okay, and go back to the main menu. And then lastly, you have this course tools. There's a lot of resources under course tools. There's an email, the multimedia library, where you can look at Pearson videos and Pearson PowerPoints. Also a link to your textbook. Play around with this. Don't be afraid to look and see what you have. If you have any accommodations, you can click on this accessible resources. There's a link to the study plan here where you can quiz yourself. These are low stakes quizzes because they don't count against your final grade. And there's some skills for success. So you can look this so for some videos on mindset and some information on how to succeed in college math courses. So I'll go back to the main menu. I encourage you to reach out, email me when you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to this semester. I hope this helped to ease any anxiety you might have had about joining and navigating our class. Good luck.